Hey guys, so as some of you know, some of you may not know, my name is Tiana and I'm a lesbian. I actually was gonna do a video just basically saying, my story and whatnot, but I actually got a request to do a video about what you shouldn't ever say to a lesbian. And when I got the request, it was like, ding, 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 like lights just went off, because I was like, that's perfect, because there's not a day that goes by when somebody says something that doesn't offend you. Somebody always says something, like, whether they're saying it's me, or to somebody I know, or about somebody in general that I may not even know that's gay. Like, as a lesbian, it's not okay. So, that's what I'm going to talk about. Actually, one big thing is huge. Like, when somebody says, you're too pretty to be gay, or you're too attractive to like the same sex. For one, I honestly believe everybody's pretty in their own way. There's all kinds of people that like all kinds of other people. So just because I'm pretty, that means that I can't like another pretty girl? No. People are attracted to what they're attracted to. If you think I'm pretty, chances are there's another girl that thinks I'm pretty. There, honestly, same-sex people, same-sex relationships, there is no boundary where you can't be pretty. Like, you have to be ugly to be with the same sex? No. Not okay. A lot of times I hear people say about others that, oh, she's probably gay because she can't get me. I mean, I'm not talking about me. People probably have said that about me, I'm not sure, but saying that somebody can't get a guy, so they're gonna go to a girl. No. That's definitely not the case. People are attracted to what they're attracted to, like I said before. So what if I like a girl? That doesn't mean I can't get a guy. It just means I can get something even better than a guy, in my opinion, you know? A lot of times, this doesn't apply to me because I am very feminine, but I have friends that are studs or more boyish, whatever you want to say, and guys will be like, oh, she just wants to be a guy. That's why she dresses like that. No, for one, it shouldn't matter what a person prefers as their own gender. It shouldn't matter. It's really none of anybody's business. If that person decides to let it out in the open, of course people are going to know about it, but it's nobody's business to really speak about. It's nobody's business. But as far as that goes, like, some people just like to dress a certain way. That doesn't mean they necessarily want to be a guy. Okay? Like, I know many girls that are lesbian. They're dressed like a guy. They don't want to be a guy, but they're more comfortable in guys' clothing. Or they feel more comfortable when they dress that way because maybe they were raised around multiple guys, multiple boys. They had a lot of brothers, and that's what they grew up with. And they're more comfortable with that rather than wearing a dress. That doesn't mean that they want to be a guy. Now, if there's somebody that was a female and they wanted to be a guy, they would be considered a transgender or a transsexual, not a lesbian. Okay? It's not. No. Yeah, anyways. So, another thing I've heard a lot ever since I came out was that because I'm a lesbian, it doesn't mean I'm not going to have friends that are girls, you know? But just because I'm a lesbian does not mean I want every single girl in this world. It doesn't. So, if I talk to you, it doesn't mean I'm trying to hit on you, okay? Believe me, you'll know if I'm trying to hit on you, because I'm very blunt. So don't assume that just because all of a sudden you find out one of your friends is attracted to the same sex, which happens to be what sex you are, means they want you. That's not the case, okay? And a lot of people take that way out of proportion and assume that's what that is, and it's not. So that's something to think about, because it's not true. And a lot of times it offends people. Like, if you tell me that, if you assume that I'm hitting on you, our friendship probably wasn't a friendship, because I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm telling you this because I feel comfortable telling you this. I'm not telling you this because I want you, okay? It's not that way. And a lot of times people need somebody that they can have that will support them. They don't want to have somebody that's continually making them feel like they're disgusting or they want them, when that's not the case. And I know people that that's happened to, and it has happened to me before, and it's just really not okay. It's not okay. Oh, 1 second, I'm sorry. I got totally distracted by my phone. Anyways, so another thing. Everybody has their opinions about same-sex marriage, same-sex relationships. You know, everybody has their opinion. But sometimes those opinions don't need to be spoken to certain people, because words do hurt. Whether you say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. No. There's been tons of suicides and suicide attempts because somebody was judged about their sexuality, about their preference. And not just that, but just because we like the same sex doesn't mean we don't have morals, doesn't mean we don't want families. And a lot of times it's said that gay marriages, gay relationships, they shouldn't be able to raise children just because it's not anatomically correct. I don't know. The body is not allowed to produce with the same sex another child. I don't know what it was. Anyways, and just because a woman and a woman can't create a baby, or a man and a man can't create a baby physically, doesn't mean that they don't have the correct morals, doesn't mean that they can't raise a child in the right way and upbring them well. That's not what that means. It just means that their body parts can't exactly make a child. When there's straight people in the world that can't even make babies, because some women have terminal problems. Some just are still, they can't create children, so they adopt. There is nothing wrong with adoption. There's nothing wrong with adoption. And you have to think about it as this, like, people say that gay parents wouldn't be good parents or whatever, but there's a child that has no home, and there's an option to be put in a shelter where this child will get the bare necessities, barely any food, won't ever have that feeling of having a family, opposed to an awesome couple, two lesbians, that would raise this child with such care and compassion that this child could end up being the next president of anything. It could be a great child. opposed to a child that may not get a second chance if it's put in a shelter. People have to take everything into consideration and stop being so opinionated before they really know anything. So, sorry. But, yeah, that's a big thing. Gay people can have children, whether they adopt, whether they have a surrogate mother, whether they have, get actually inseminated to have a child. It doesn't matter. People are people. Everyone's equal. We're all created by the same God, whether you believe in God or not. I'm a lesbian and I believe in God. In fact, I have a very strong relationship with Him. So, people just need to realize that everyone is created equally. Another thing people say is that you, or excuse me, no.
This one's for you.
But people say that we can't be born gay or lesbian or whatever you may be, bisexual. People say that you can't be born that way, that it's a choice. But how is that possible when, as you're growing up, you're attracted to a certain sex? It's like you can't turn off an attraction. It's just in you. If it's in you, it's in you. Just kind of like personality traits. You're born with certain characteristics and traits, and you have no control over that. So maybe you're not necessarily born with that, but nobody's born with a personality. It's something that they are influenced. There's influences that could make a person become more outgoing. If they're around a lot of happy, loud people, they might get that same characteristic. There's people who might grow up in a home where, and this doesn't necessarily have to be in their home, it could be, peers, anyone, but where everyone's mopey and upset and sad all the time, and that person might become a quiet, enclosed person and stay to themselves all the time. But they can't help it. They were around it for so long, or they just have seen certain things that make them who they are. And that goes the same for lesbians, for gay people. Like, we can't say that, oh yeah, as soon as I walked out, or not walked, but as soon as I came out of my mom's vagina, I was gay, or I was a lesbian. Of course we can't say that, because at the age of 0 or 1, we don't know, because we don't have attraction to anything, because our minds aren't even at the maturity level yet. But as we're growing up, we've seen things, experienced things, and all of those things mold you into a person. And you just might be a gay person because you're around a lot of gay people. You might be a gay person because, say you're a female and you have a mom, and you had to sit there and watch your mom get beat by your dad, and that made you grow a strong dislike to guys because you didn't like the way that guy treated your mom. And that's not something you can help. It just happens. You can't turn it off like that. You just can't. So, as far as people saying that you're not born gay, it's a choice. Attraction's not a choice. You can't choose what you like, what you don't like. And if you do try to choose it, you wouldn't be choosing, you'd just be suppressing how you really feel and lying about how you feel. So, that's something that is crazy. Here's a big one. Big one. Hold on, let me check my phone real quick. I just got a message. Guys. They like to assume that. Oh no! Here, perfect example. Hi, I'm Tiana. Well, hi Tiana. Nice to meet you. Blah blah. So, what's up with the digits? Or, you should, give me your number. Well, sweetie, honestly, I'm not really interested. Why? What did I do? I don't like guys. I like girls. I'm lesbian. I'm sorry. You're what? You're lesbian. Why are you lesbian? What did a guy do? You must have never been with one. Really, guys? Is that all you can think of? Is that all you got? Really? Liking the same sex does not mean that you like them just because the opposite sex did you wrong. In fact, a lot of times it has nothing to do with that. And if somebody claims that they are gay or lesbian because they were hurt by the opposite sex, they're not really that sex. So, all I can say is, that is offensive though. Do not ever think it's okay to tell a lesbian, oh, you never got the D, that's why you like females. No, that's not okay. That's offensive, it's extremely offensive, and it's not right. So, that should never be said. Basically, I know this is getting kind of long, but one thing I know that bothers me, that I actually hear a lot is, oh, you're hot. Okay, so I would love to see you and another girl make out. It's hot when two girls make out, but it's absolutely disgusting when two guys make out. Whether you really like seeing two guys together or not, you can't say that it's okay for two girls to be together and not two guys, because gay people are gay people. Everybody is the same. You can't make a difference that way. And if you do make a difference that way, that means you're a shallow person, and you may need to reevaluate yourself, because saying things like that, you're not on the right track. If that's how you think, and if that's how dense your mind is, you need to open up a little bit, become a little more open-minded, and you might feel a little bit happier. One big thing, do not ever ask a lesbian how you have sex with a girl. For one, it's none of your business. For two, it's none of your business. So don't ask anyone that. It's none of your business. If you're not a girl having sex with another girl, you should never want to ask. You shouldn't even know. It's none of your business, okay? And if you really want to know, go look it up on the internet, okay? So, anyways, this kind of concludes my video about what you say and what you don't say to a lesbian. I hope you enjoy. I hope I can help some of you dense-minded people out there to become a little more open-minded. So I can really say